chakshonmidanjena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namashashtam manumapi shachipucham achasrupam rupam tasyagrajam urupade mataram goshtavatam radha kundam girivaram ahoradika maravasham prapto yasya pratita apaya Shri Guruntam natosmi. Dasa Vrindavanam Vande Krishna Dasa Prabhum Tata Chanavatar Chaitanya Lila Vishtar Karino Do Nityananda Parabja Karunarena Bhushito Vyakta Burachincho Vavande Vyasadupino Shri Guru Gaur Gandharva Govindascha Ganaisaha Jayanti Patakas Ch.Ch Sarvesham Gurunartina. So we are continuing this morning with Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, and Mahaprabhu is bidding farewell to the Bengali bhaktas who are heading back to Bengal. And yesterday we concluded with Mahaprabhu's affectionate exchange with Mukunda and Raghunandan. Mukunda is the father and Raghunandan is the son, but because of Raghunandan's extraordinary devotion for the Lord, Mahaprabhu questions Mukunda, who is the father and who is the son. And Mukunda, in all humility, says, actually Raghunandan, my son, he is the father and I am his son, because, in Bhakti, he is more elevated, he is superior. So now we're continuing, and now Mahaprabhu is going to glorify Mukunda, the father. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then informed all his devotees, please hear about Mukunda's love of Godhead. It is a very deep and pure love and can only be compared to purified golds. Vaya Raja Vaidya Iho Kore Raja Seva Antare Krishna Premiha Janibeka Keba. Mukunda Das externally appears to be a royal physician engaged in governmental service. But internally, he has a deep love for Krishna. Who can understand his love? Ekadin Mlecha Raja Ucha Tungite Chikitsar Bat Kohe Taha Agrete. One day, Mukunda Das, the royal physician, was seated with the Muslim king on a high platform and was telling the king about medical treatment. Henokalek Mayor Puchera Dani Raja Shiro Paridore Ekase Vakani. While the king and Mukunda were conversing, a servant brought a fan made of peacock feathers to shade the king's head from the sun. Consequently, he held the fan above the king's head. Shikipicha deki Mukunda Premavishta Hoila Ati Ucha Tungi Hoite Bhumite Podila. Just by seeing the peacock-feathered fan, Mukunda became absorbed in ecstatic love of Godhead and fell from the high platform onto the ground. Can you say why? When he saw the peacock-feathered fan, then why did that put him into a trance of ecstasy? Yes. Because Krishna wears peacock feathers, right? So just his devotion is so exalted that just seeing that small, reminder of Krishna. It's also, there's one story of Mahaprabhu, just seeing the color blue, he's ecstatic. Jargyan Raja Vaidya Hoilo Madan Apane Anmiya Tobe Korailo Chaitan. Or Gurudev, I really like this example. Gurudev, when he was in Mauritius, there's a mountain there, and he called the mountain Guru Maharaj Mountain because it reminded him of Guru Maharaj. Because the mountain is heavy, right? Like Guru is heavy. So he's reminded of his Guru Maharaj. The king, fearing that the royal physician had been killed, personally descended and brought him to consciousness. Raja bole vyata tumi paile kona tai, Mukunda ko he ati bodo vyata pai nai. When the king asked Mukunda, "Where is it paining you?" Mukunda replied, "I am not very much pained." Raja kohe Mukunda tumi podila ki lagi, Mukunda kohe Raja mor vyadiyache mrigi. The king then asked, "Mukunda, why did you fall down?" Mukunda replied, "My dear king, I have a disease like epilepsy." So this is another point. The real devotees, they're always hiding their devotion. They're never making a display of that. So he just wants the king to think he's an ordinary man with some illness, and then he can live in peace. Because as Madhavendra Puri knows very well, as soon as people start understanding that you're somebody, then they'll be chasing after you to the end of time. You have to deal with so much adoration, which is very undesirable for the real devotees. Mahavidagda Raja se saba jane, Mukunde de hoilotar mahasiddha gyane. Being extraordinarily intelligent, the king could understand the whole affair. In his estimation, Mukunda was a most uncommon, exalted, liberated personality. Raghunandan seva kode Krishna mandire dvare pushkadinitar gate upade kadambe kavrike putte bharmase nitya dui full hoy Krishna vatamse. Raghunandan is constantly engaged in serving Lord Krishna in the temple. So now Mahaprabhu is going back to talking about the son of Mukunda, Raghunandan. Raghunandan is constantly engaged in serving Lord Krishna in the temple. Beside the entrance of the temple is a lake, and on its banks is a kadamba tree, which daily delivers 2 flowers to be used for Krishna's service. You have kadamba trees in Australia, actually. You've seen one before? Yeah. They have them. We have them in India. We had one in the temple, but otherwise, you don't see them. You don't have them in Venezuela, I don't think, do you? But I was very happy when I went to the Dam in Australia. They showed me they had it wasn't blossoming, but it is really, in one way, you feel like you're in India. They have papayas and avocados and all kinds of things there. But the kadamba flower is so special, so beautiful.
Smelling and color?
I don't know if there's a smell.
Is it fluffy?
It's like a spear. It's a golden spear. And it has all these like soft golden spikes.
Oh, yeah.
So often when Mahaprabhu's ecstatic form is compared to a kadamba flower, with his hair standing on end, golden hairs. Yeah, and very dear to Nityananda Prabhu, I believe.
There was one tree that Bhakti Lalita planted in Calcutta.
That is a champak, I think.
Oh, that was,
yeah,
because that was very fragrant.
Yeah, that's another one. No, it's a perfectly, like a ball, the kadamba flower. It's a spear.
Oh, yeah.
With golden like spikes.
Oh, yeah.
You see in the kids' room, we have the Mahamantra with the flowers on the bottom.
Yeah, I know. And in Navadvip they had it also.
Yeah, we had one by the ladies' ashram.
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember.
So Raghunandan, by the temple in which he served, there was a tree that every day no matter what time of year, would give 2 kadamba flowers that he would use in his worship. Mukundere kohe puna madhura vachan tomar karjak dharme dana upajam. Mahaprabhu again spoke to Mukunda with sweet words. Your duty is to earn both material and spiritual wealth. Raghunandaner karya Krishna sevan, Krishna seva vinaiha anyanahiman. Furthermore, it is the duty of Raghunandam to always engage in Lord Krishna's service. He has no other intention but the service of Lord Krishna. Narahari Rahu Amar Bhakta Gana Sane Etina Kaya Sada Kodohoti Injane. Mahaprabhu then ordered Narahari, I wish you to remain here with my devotees. In this way, the 3 of you should always execute these 3 duties for the service of the Lord. Purport. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu set forth 3 duties for 3 different people. Mukunda was to earn money and follow the religious principles, whereas Narahari was to remain with the Lord's devotees, and Raghunandan was to engage in the Lord's service in the temple. Thus, one person worships in the temple, another earns money honestly by executing his professional duty, and yet another preaches Krishna consciousness with the devotees. Apparently, these 3 types of services appear separate, but actually they are not. When Krishna or Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the center, everyone can engage in different activities for the service of the Lord. That is the verdict of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Very nice example, very helpful example. So, similarly in our society, and this was something that Gurudev encouraged, we don't want to have too much differentiation made amongst the devotees based on what their activity is, based on what type of duty they're carrying out, whether they're full-time serving in a temple or whether they're living a household life and working, supporting their family, but also, serving the temple and supporting the temple when they can. It is the spirit of devotion which is to be considered, and how it is expressed, it may be different in different cases. Srila Sridhar Maharaj also pointed out that in Mahaprabhu's time, most of the devotees were grihastas, actually. And he said, but the spirit was all Gauranga. Because sometimes this attitude can creep in that, if we live in the temple, we're superior. If we're brahmacharis, sannyasis, we're superior. But this is not the correct mentality. The householders, they will think that the full-time devotees in the temple, they are so wonderful, they're able to full-time engage in Krishna service. And the devotees in the temple will think, the grihastas, they have so much dedication, they can even manage to go out and deal with the world and still keep their focus and their internal affinity. So that type of respect and appreciation should be on both sides. Sarvabhauma vidya vachaspati, dui bhai, dui jane kripa kodi, gohen gosai. Out of his causeless mercy, Mahaprabhu gave the following directions to the brothers Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Vidya Vachaspati. Daruja rupe Krishna prakat sambrati, darashan snane kore jiver mukati. Mahaprabhu said, in this age of Kali, Krishna is manifest in 2 forms, wood and water. Thus, by enabling the conditioned souls to see the wood and bathe in the water, he helps them become liberated. Dadu Brahma Rupe Saksha Chi Purushottam Bhagirati Hon Saksha Jal Brahma Sam. Lord Jagannath is the Supreme Lord himself in the form of wood, and the river Ganges is the Supreme Lord himself in the form of water. Sarvabhoma Koro Dadu Brahmadadan Vachaspati Koro Jal Brahme Sevan. Sarvabhoma Vatsacharya, you should engage in the worship of Lord Jagannath Purushottam, and Vachaspati should worship Mother Ganges. Murari Gupte de Prabhu Kodialingan Tar Bhakti Nishta Kohen Shune Bhaktagan. Mahaprabhu then embraced Murari Gupta, so Mahaprabhu's moving through the group of devotees, and began to speak about his firm faith and devotion. This was heard by all the devotees. Porveami Hade Lobai Lo Barbar Padamadur Gupta Brajendra Kumar. Mahaprabhu said, previously I induced Murari Gupta again and again to be allured by Lord Krishna. I said to him, my dear Gupta, Lord Shri Krishna, Brajendra Kumar, is the supreme sweetness. Swayam Bhagavan Krishna Sarvam Shri Sarvashoy Vishuddha Nirmal Prem Sarvada Samoy. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the origin of all incarnations and the source of everything. He is pure transcendental love itself, and he is the reservoir of all pleasure. Sakal Sadgun Vrinda Ratna Ratnakar Vidagda Chatur Dhir Rasiko Shekar. Krishna is the reservoir of all transcendental qualities. He is like a mine of gems. He is expert at everything, very intelligent and sober, and he is the summit of all transcendental humors. Madhur Chaditcha Krishna Madhura Vilas Chaturya Vaidagya Kode Jali Ladas. His character is very sweet and his pastimes are melodious. He is expert in intelligence, and thus he enjoys all his pastimes and mellows. Say Krishna, bhaja to me, how Krishna shoy, Krishna vina anya upasana, mane nahi loy. I then requested Murari Gupta, worship Krishna and take shelter of him, but for his service nothing appeals to the minds. Murari Gupta, he is an avatar of Hanuman. And so Hanuman, of course, is very devoted to Ramachandra, right? And so Mahaprabhu, he came to Murari Gupta and he's telling him this about the supremacy of Krishna. Why don't you worship Krishna? Say Krishna bhaja to me. Worship that Krishna, that beautiful Krishna I've just described to you. And take shelter of Krishna. Other than Krishna, who else can fully satisfy our minds? E mata barbar shunya vachan amar godave kichu firige loman. In this way he heard from me again and again. By my influence his mind was a little converted. Amare kohenami toma kinkar toma gyakadi ami nahi swatantar. Murari Gupta then replied, I am your servant and your order carrier. Wait, did I read that? In this way he heard from me again and again. By my influence his mind was a little converted. Murari Gupta then replied, I am your servant and your order carrier. I have no independent existence. Eta boli gore gelo chinti ratri kale raghunata tyag chintai hoilo vikale. After this, Murari Gupta went home and spent the whole night thinking how he would have to give up the association of Raghunath, Lord Ramachandra. Thus he was overwhelmed. See, this is the dilemma that these kind of Vaishnavas face. Worship Ramachandra, worship Krishna. We struggle with much lower kinds of dilemmas. And Srila Maharaj also, I'm trying to remember exactly his comment, but he was deliberating upon whether at the time of his leaving the world he should meditate on Krishna or Mahaprabhu. And then, of course, it has to be Mahaprabhu. Murari Gupta then began to pray at the lotus feet of Lord Ramachandra. He prayed that death would come that night, because it was not possible for him to give up the service of the lotus feet of Raghunath. Himata sarvarachi koden grandan mane soyasti nahirachi koilo jagaran. Thus Murari Gupta cried the entire night. There was no rest for his mind. Therefore he could not sleep, but stayed awake the entire night. Pratakale asimor dorilo charan kandite kichu koreni vedan. In the morning, Murari Gupta came to see me. Catching hold of my feet and crying, he submitted an appeal. Raghunath pai mui vechi acho mata kadite na parimata mane pai vyata. Murari Gupta said, I have sold my head unto the lotus feet of Raghunath. I cannot withdraw my head, for that would give me too much pain. Shri Raghunath charan na jai, tavagya bhanga hoy ki karo upai. It is not possible for me to give up the service of Raghunath's lotus feet. At the same time, if I do not do so, I shall break your order. What can I do? Tate moriye kripa korodoya moi tomarage mrityu hok yok samshoy. In this way, Murari Gupta appealed to me, saying, You are all merciful, so kindly grant me this mercy. Let me die before you, so that all my doubts will be finished. Heta shuniyami buro mone sukha pailu, ihare utayo tobe alingana koilu. Hearing this, I became very happy. I then raised Murari Gupta and embraced him. Sadhu sadhu Gupta tomar sujrida bhajan, amar vachaneha tomar natali loman. I said to him, All glories to you, Murari Gupta. Your method of worship is very firmly fixed, so much so that even upon my request, your minds did not turn. Hey mata seva ke priti chahi prabhu pai, prabhu chadai leho pada charana na jai. The servitor must have love and affection for the lotus feet of the Lord, exactly like this. Even if the Lord wants separation, a devotee cannot abandon the shelter of his lotus feet. E matta tomar nishta jani bada tode tomade agrahami koilo bade bade. Just to test your firm faith in your Lord, I requested you again and again to change your worship from Lord Ramchandra to Krishna. Sakshat Hanuman tumi Shriram Kinkar, tumi kene charibetar charana kamal. In this way I congratulated Murari Gupta, saying, Indeed, you are the incarnation of Hanuman. Consequently, you are the eternal servant of Lord Ramachandra. Why should you give up the worship of Ramchandra and his lotus feet? Say Murari Gupte more pranasam, ihar doinya shuni more, bataye jivam. Mahaprabhu continued, I accept this Murari Gupta as my life and soul. When I hear of his humility, it perturbs my very life. Tobe Vasudeva Prabhu Kodialingan, Targuna Kohe Hoya Sahasravadan. Mahaprabhu then embraced Vasudeva Dutt and began to speak of his glories as if he had 1,000 mouths. Nijaguna shunidata monela japaya nivedan kore prabhu charane dhoriya. When Mahaprabhu glorified him, Vasudeva Dutt immediately became very much embarrassed and shy. He then submitted himself, touching the Lord's lotus feet. Jagat Tadite Prabhu Tomar Avatar Mor Nivedane Koroho Angikar. Vasudeva Dutt told Mahaprabhu, "My dear Lord, you incarnate just to deliver all conditioned souls. I now have one petition which I wish you would accept. Korite samartha tumi haudoya moi tumi mana korotobe anayase hoi." My Lord, you are certainly able to do whatever you like, and you are indeed merciful. If you so desire, you can very easily do whatever you want. Jiver dukkha deki mor hridoy bidhare sarva jiver paprabhu deho moda shire. My Lord, my heart breaks to see the sufferings of all the conditioned souls. Therefore, I request you to transfer the karma of their sinful lives upon my head. This is the inconceivably magnanimous heart of Vasudeva Dutt. Let me suffer for all the sins of all the souls so they can receive your mercy. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he also expresses this in Sharanagati, in that last song, that let this holy name be all victorious, let it touch all hearts, let everyone taste the nectar of the holy name, and whatever is obstructing, whatever sins are in the hearts of the conditioned souls that are obstructing them from tasting this, let me take it upon my head, so they may benefit from that. Such is the magnanimity of the Vaishnava. Jiver papa loya mui karonara kabog saka jiver prabhu guchaho bhavadog. My dear Lord, let me suffer perpetually in a hellish condition, accepting all the sinful reactions of all living entities. Please finish their diseased material life. Eta shuni Mahaprabhu chitta dravila ashokampa swarabhange kohite lagila. When Mahaprabhu heard Vasudeva Dutt's statement, his heart became very soft. Tears flowed from his eyes, and he began to tremble. In a faltering voice, he spoke as follows. Tomar vichitta nahe tumi sakshat pralad, tomar upade Krishna sampurna prasad. Accepting Vasudeva Dutt as a great devotee, the Lord said, "Such a statement is not at all astonishing, because you are the incarnation of Prahlad Maharaj. It appears that Lord Krishna has bestowed complete mercy upon you. There is no doubt about it. Krishna se satya kode jai mage britya vansha porti vino nahi anya kritya." Whatever a pure devotee wants from his master, Lord Krishna doubtlessly grants, because he has no duty other than to fulfill the desire of his devotee. Brahmanda jive tumi vanchile nishtar vina papa bhoge hobe sabha udar. If you desire the deliverance of all living entities within the universe, then all of them can be delivered even without your undergoing the tribulations of sinful activity. The Lord is not limited. It is not that it is a rigid system and everything must be perfectly accounted for. No, the Lord can dispense with everyone's sinful reactions immediately if he desires. I'm trying to remember. Srila Maharaj made a very funny comment about this, but I can't remember what he said. But just, along those ideas, that line of thought, that, there's no need for, for Vasudeva to suffer for everybody. The Lord, if He wishes, He can, forget it all immediately. Tumi jar hita vansha se hoilo Vaishnav, Vaishnaver pap Krishna dur kode sab. Whosever welfare you desire immediately becomes a Vaishnav, and Krishna delivers all Vaishnavas from the reactions of their past sinful activity. So, just by your desire, just by your will, I can immediately do this. So beloved are the devotees of the Lord, to the Lord. And now we have Brahma Samhita verse. Yas Twindra Gopa Matavendra Mahosva Karma Bandhanu Rupa Falabhajanam Atanoti Karmani Nirdahati Kintucha Bhakti Bhajam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the original personality of Godhead, Govinda, who regulates the sufferings and enjoyments due to fruitive activity. He does this for everyone, from the heavenly king Indra down to the smallest insect, Indragopa. That very personality of Godhead destroys the karmic reactions of one engaged in devotional service. Tomar icha mate hobe brahmanda mochan sarva mukta korite Krishna nahi kichu shram. Because of your honest desire, all living entities within the universe will be delivered. For Krishna does not have to do anything to deliver all the living entities of the universe. Because of your honest desire, all living entities within the universe will be, just by your desire, Tomar Icha Matra, only by that, simply by your desire, everyone is liberated. Krishna does not have to do anything, does not have to undergo any trouble or labor, shram, in doing that. Eko udumbar vrike lage koti fole, koti je brahmanda base virajar jole. Just as there are millions of fruits on the Udumbar tree, millions of universes float on the waters of the river Viraja. And I don't know the Udumbar tree, but we can understand it has millions of fruits. So there are millions of universes floating in the waters of the causal ocean, or Viraja river. Sorry, the Viraja river is not the causal ocean. It's slightly different, I think. Or maybe, no. The causal ocean is the Viraja, yeah. The Viraja river is another name for the Karana ocean. But then there's another one called Vaitarani, that's what I'm thinking of. But yeah, Viraja is the causal, yeah, it mentions here.
So does everything go out from there?
The Viraja river is, wait, let me just, yeah, the causal ocean. The Viraja river is the causal ocean in which Mahavishnu is floating, and all of the universes are coming out of his pores. And so they're all floating in this Viraja river.
Isn't that the demarcation line between the material world and the spiritual world, the Viraja?
Yeah, there's the Brahma. Yeah, it's like that buffer zone.
Yeah.
There's the Brahma Jyoti area, and then the next connection going towards the material plane is the Viraja river. And then in that ocean, all the material worlds are existing, coming out of the pores of Mahavishnu. Does that answer your question? I'll just read this. Purport, even though we covered it. Viraja is a river that divides the material world from the spiritual world. On one side of the river Viraja is the effulgence of Brahmalok. Brahmalok is another way of describing the Brahmajyoti. On one side of the river is the effulgence of Brahmalok and the innumerable Vaikuntha planets, and on the other side is this material world. It is to be understood that this side of the Viraja river is filled with material planets floating in the causal ocean. The name Viraja indicates a marginal position between the spiritual and material worlds, and the Viraja river is not under the control of the material energy, consequently it is devoid of the three gunas. So it sounds here like there is some distinction between the Viraja river and the causal ocean. It sounds like the causal ocean is in the Viraja river. It's not very clear. It is to be understood that this side of the Viraja river is filled with material planets floating in the causal. It's a little unclear. But in any case, to all intents and purposes, it's pretty much the same place. And we see they are used synonymously. Okay, we'll read a little bit more. I would like to get to up here. Tarika folpadi jadi nashta hoy tatapi vikanahi jane nija pachoy. The Udumbar tree is filled with millions of fruits, and if one falls down and is destroyed, the tree does not even consider the loss. Ch.Ch Brahmanda jadi mukta hoy tabuvalpa hani Krishna monena hiloy. In the same way, if one universe is vacated due to the living entities having been liberated, that is a very little thing for Krishna. He does not take it very seriously. So the whole universe could be empty and everything would go on. There are so many souls and so many universes. Ananta Ishvarya Krishna Vaikuntadidam Targadakai Karanabdi Jarnam. The entire spiritual world constitutes the unlimited opulence of Krishna, and there are innumerable Vaikuntha planets there. The causal ocean is considered the surrounding waters of Vaikuntha Lok. Tatevase maya lao ananta brahmanda kadakaite base jinorai purna banda. Maya and her unlimited material universes are situated in that causal ocean. Indeed, Maya appears to be floating like a pot filled with mustard seeds. Tarikarai nashe hani nahi mani Aicheka andanashe Krishna nahi hani. Of the millions of mustard seeds floating in that pot, if one seed is lost, its loss is not at all significant. Similarly, if one universe is lost, it is not significant to Lord Krishna. Sabramanda sahajadi mayada hoy koi tatapina mane Krishna kichu apachoy. To say nothing of one universal mustard seed, even if all the universes and the material energy Maya are destroyed, Krishna does not even consider the loss. Koti kamadhenu pater jagi jaicher made shadaishwarya pati Krishna Maya ki bakode. If a person possessing millions of wish-fulfilling cows loses one she-goat, he does not consider the loss. Krishna owns all 6 opulences in full. If the entire material energy is destroyed, what does he lose? And now we have quotation from Bhagavatam from the prayers of the Shruti Gan, personified Vedas. Jaya Jaya Jamma Jita Dosha Gribita Gunam Tam Asi Yad Atmana Samavaruda Samasta Bhaga Agajagad Oka Sam Akila Satyava Bodhakate Kvachid Jayatmana Cha Chadato Nuchadin Niga Maha. O my Lord, O unconquerable one, O master of all potencies, please exhibit your internal potency to conquer the nescience of all moving and inert living entities. Due to nescience, they accept all kinds of faulty things, thus provoking a fearful situation. O Lord, please show your glories. You can do this very easily, for your internal potency is beyond the external potency, and you are the reservoir of all opulence. You are also the demonstrator of the material potency. You are also always engaged in your pastimes in the spiritual world, where you exhibit your reserved internal potency. And sometimes you exhibit the external potency by glancing over it. Thus you manifest your pastimes. The Vedas confirm your 2 potencies and accept both types of pastimes due to them. Emata sarva bhaktir kohi sabagun sabadevi dai dilo koriya lingan. In this way, Mahaprabhu describes the good qualities of his devotees one after the other. He then embraced them and bade them farewell. Prabhu, he's not going, they're going. The devotees are going back to Puri, to Navadur, Bengal. Prabhu vichede bhakta kodendro dhan bhakta vichede Prabhu vishana hoy loman. Due to the impending separation from Mahaprabhu, all the devotees began to cry. The Lord was also morose due to separation from the devotees. Gadadhar Pandit Rohila Prabhuda Pashe Jameshware Prabhu Jade Korailo Avase. Gadadhar Pandit remained with Mahaprabhu and was given a place to live at Jameshwar, which is on the southwest side of the Jagannath temple. Puri Gosai Jagadananda Swarup Damodar Damodar Pandidar Govinda Kashishwar He Sabha Sange Prabhu Vaishya Nila Chole Jagannath Dada Shanitya Kore Pratakale. Mahaprabhu remained at Jagannath Puri with Paramananda Puri, Jagadananda, Swarup Damodar, Damodar Pandit, Govinda, and Kashishwar. It was Mahaprabhu's daily practice to see Lord Jagannath in the morning. Okay, so this is a good place to stop. And then tomorrow we will hear the pastime of Mahaprabhu taking lunch at Sarvabhauma's house and the subsequent events that took place. Jai Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai, Shri Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami ki Jai. Do you know how to turn off the... No.